Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report. I'm Joke Rogers. Against the backdrop of the ongoing 2021 Ember Months campaign across the country, this edition of the program takes another look at some of the eyewitness pictures featured on accidents involving tanker trucks. And now the FRSC is working with other stakeholders to ensure accident-free and quality road experience for commuters. Stay with us for details of these and more. The Ember Months are here again, and state sectors of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, have been educating road users, especially transporters, on the risk factors of unsafe driving and why they need to take responsibility for their safety. Eyewitness images of multiple accidents caused by a tanker explosion at the Ogere axis of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway.
If they come now, this one is truck.
The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, reported that 6 tankers, 5 trucks and 2 cars were destroyed in the accident, which occurred in the early hours of the 22nd of June 2021. Truck and tanker crashes in Nigeria leave behind great casualties, severe environmental pollution and large economic losses. Statistics provided by the FRSC indicate that a total of 375 tankers and 795 heavy-duty trucks were involved in a road traffic crash of varying degrees in 2020. Sadly, majority of these crashes happened within Lagos, Ogun and Oyo states. It's assumed that road traffic crashes involving heavy-duty vehicles occur more between September and December of every year, a period referred to as the Ember Months, and characterized by unusually increased socio-economic activities, leading to a surge in vehicular movement. Under this complex traffic situation, most motorists throw caution to the wind with dire consequences to humanity. The period is always associated with increased road traffic crashes, fatalities and road congestion, which have over the years threatened false misconceptions and myths regarding the road traffic and safety. To demystify this belief and situate actions for safety on the highway, the Federal Road Safety Corps introduced the Ember Months campaign. The Lily Pond Transit Park in Apapa is the choice venue for the kickoff of the 2021 Ember Months campaign in Lagos. This is strategic as the State Command of the FRSC strives to send the message of road safety into the minds of haulage truck operators who represent key elements of vehicular movement in the period. At the center of the campaign, the FRSC, the NDLEA, the Fire Service and other agencies sensitize owners and drivers of heavy-duty vehicles on the need to maintain safe speed and avoid night driving. The campaign involves talks on the dangers of excessive speeding, night journey with accompanied fatigue and driving under the influence of alcohol.
Your children, they are waiting at home. Mommies are waiting at home. Please, we are begging you, if you want to drive, don't drive under the influence of drugs. Please and please. Because Laro, our sector commander, has told us, once that person is gone, is what? It's gone. You can't come back to life. So it's something that I and you, we can work it out. We can live our life by doing what? Eating healthy food. There are so many fruits in Nigeria you can what? Lay your hands upon. There are so many good food you can eat and plenty water. Knowing fully whether anything you take that is not food and water is what? It's drugs. It's what? It changes your body mood. It changes your biological structures. And that is why you cannot think straight. You can, when you say, what is your name? You say, my wife is in the hospital. Is that what they're asking you? Because what? You have taken something what? That has perfected your what? Your judgment. So we are here telling you, please, live your life without drugs. So that Nigeria can be a what? A better place.
This is what is burning.
There's also talk on handling fire outbreaks and fire safety drills.
Before you move your terminal or whatever, make sure that you check if there is leakages That's if your tank is leaking. This can cause fire. If your tank is leaking, definitely any source of ignition, you will see the other side of the coin. In another way, always try to check the terminals of your batteries. The terminals. In every vehicle, that terminal is almost the immediate source of ignition. Always check your terminals before you leave.
Like other truck drivers, Kolawole Fajano has learned something new to apply on his job.
I learned a lot of lessons here, you understand? Being, they say about the alcohol, driver being not taking alcohol, you understand now? Move away from drugs, you understand? And to obey the Lagos State the rule and regulation about the, you understand? I take all those things as a lesson.
One wonders whether the latest statistics on accidents involving heavy-duty vehicles signifies progress in FRSC's capacity to deliver on road safety.
Depends on how you are judging it from. If we know where we are coming from compared to what we have been able to record now, you appreciate the fact that there's a kind of reduction in the rate of crashes and the effort that is being put in place. Data at times is not a matter of good news or bad news. Data is to enable us to re-strategize and get a better planning for the future. When we try to weigh it, you remember we cannot use last year as a baseline because of COVID-19, where we had a total lockdown for about 4 months. So if you decide to use that data because I want to make people feel good, I'll be deceiving myself because we cannot get a genuine data because of the 4 months lockdown. So whatever we have here as a data is to enable us plan against next year. What we have is a flow over of our strategic goal from last year to this year because of COVID, which is to reduce road traffic crashes by 15% and fatality in client crashes by 20%. And that is what we are targeting. And I'm sure with all the effort we put in place and collaboration with stakeholders, we are going to get there.
To ensure safety roads during the Ember months, the Lagos Sector Command says it has developed an array of education, engagement, enforcement and post-crash response interventions.
We are making the best of all the agencies that have one role or the other to play this time around as regards safety on our roads. You know what the system is now. There's aggression all over. And if we don't take care of aggression, we might not be able to perform effectively well. So this time around, we are laying the foundation on strong collaboration with other agencies. And in addition to that, we are collaborating with all the construction companies that are doing one project or the other on our roads. You see the problem we have along the corridor about gridlock, the one being handled by Julius Berger. There are still other ones that are happening within the township. We've seek and gotten the approval that when we are tending towards the end of the year, we'll be able to suspend some of these activities to create a better alignment for the road to be easier for road users. That's in addition to advocacy. And for prompt rescue, that's after crash care, we have gotten the approval of the Corps Marshal to introduce motorbike ambulance in order to reduce our response time. The present response time is 15 minutes, but we want to reduce it as low as 5 minutes. And how can we achieve this in the midst of all this gridlock? The Corps Marshal just approved motorbike ambulance that in case there is a crash, in order to save somebody's life or to alleviate pains, we should be able to maneuver and meander through the traffic and get to the scene of the crash. 2 things to be achieved. 1, to prevent someone from dying. And secondly, to be able to ease up the traffic early enough so that we can save lives. And outside that, our enforcement have been raised. Enough men, operatives have been sent to Lagos, and you are going to see the changes. You are going to see more visibility of our men all over the places. And we are also going to all the agencies that will implement the issue of speed limit device. Because we cannot line our routes. We can't do route lining from all our corridors. So when you have the speed limit device as a commercial driver, definitely it will regulate your speed. Because for us to reduce death in case of any crash, speed must play a major role.
In Adamawa State, the Ember Month campaign commences with a sensitization rally at the popular Sunshine Express Motor Park in Yola, the state capital.
Federal Road Safety Corps.
Appealing to transporters to be mindful of their safety, the corps promises to put in extra efforts to ensure that the corporate strategic goal to minimize road traffic crashes and fatalities is sustained during the period.
This year's theme of the Ember Month campaign is maintain safe speed, avoid night travels and enjoy quality road experience. It's in line with the corporate strategic goals of the Federal Road Safety Corps for the year 2021, which is targeted at minimizing road traffic crash by 15% and fatality by 20%. In an effort to achieving this set target, the FRSC is deliberately creating massive awareness through the Ember Month campaign.
FRSC is deploying officers and marshals. FRSC is collaborating with other stakeholders to move against the expected high rate of road traffic crashes and loss of lives, resulting therefore deploying equipment, patrol cars, ambulances, tow trucks, even in collaboration with other stakeholders and agencies of government, to make sure that the expected outcome for non-intervention does not happen.
The Adamawa State Commissioner for Transport, Mustapha Ajika, applauds the FRSC for establishing more units in the state. He notes that the state government would give the FRSC the support to actualize the objectives of the Ember Month campaign.
Since the establishment of road safety in the former Gongola state in 1989 to date, the command has witnessed increase from one command in 1988 to 7 commands across the state, which includes Mubi, Hong, Gire, Numan, Michika and Mayobalwa unit commands. This sprays the commands strategically in the state has witnessed reduction in road traffic crash with attendance, high awareness on the proper use on the highway due to increased patrol and enforcement activities by the personnel of the corps. The state will continue to leverage on road safety in ensuring that all motorcycles that fly the highway in Adamawa states are properly registered, as this will increase the IGR profile of the state.
The view of the Federal Road Safety Corps is that road safety is everyone's business and demands all should rise to the responsibility by being a part of the process of achieving a crash-free season.
You can always be a part of the program by posting your eyewitness pictures and videos to our Eyewitness portal via the Channels TV app. Visit the various app stores online to download the app, then launch to reveal the Eyewitness menu. Upload your pictures and a bit of information to help us get across to you. It's that simple. So let's see what you've sent in for the week.
This segment of the program begins with a video taken by an eyewitness reporter showing the deplorable condition of a network of roads in Igbobo-Bayeku Local Council Development Area of Lagos State. The condition of the road is worsened by flood whenever it rains because of the lack of drainage. According to the reporter, the road has been in a bad condition for several years and has become a nightmare to road users who face a lot of challenges plying it. Flood takes over the road when it rains and renders it impassable for both pedestrians and vehicles. The state of the road is also affecting transportation in the area as operators of commercial tricycles and motorcycles take advantage of the situation to increase their fares indiscriminately. The reporter is appealing to the Lagos State government to fulfill its promise to reconstruct the road and save residents from the discomfort they experience on a daily basis. Funny as it may sound, 5 stowaways are caught on board MV Jane Majuro en route Europe from their Apapa port in Lagos State. The action of the young men is considered suicidal for hiding inside the ship's rudder.
Thank you for sending those pictures, so do keep them coming. Welcome back. Like the FRSC, the Ministry of Works is not unmindful of the contribution of good roads to safe driving. The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is one of the federal roads being reconstructed to improve travel time. During a recent inspection, the Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, revealed that more flyover bridges will be constructed on the highway.
In a routine inspection tour, the convoy conveying the Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, drives through dusty and stony parts of the Mowe-Ogire section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Work is ongoing, even as the minister arrives to see the extent of work done on the reconstruction of the road.
We have 2 layers of macadam, which is 140 mm.
Mr. Fashola engages the contractor and the controller of works for an update on the situation on ground. The minister appears to be pleased with the progress.
There is progress, as you understand. I tell people what the Buhari administration is doing here is monumental work, keeping traffic moving, almost 50,000 vehicles per day while constructing. That is heavy lifting, and you will see some of the methods that the controller has briefed us. So people have to do single carriageway on the other side of the road while this is being constructed. This is a section of how many kilometers has been closed off now?
We have closed from around 105 to around 109.
So that's about 5 kilometers. So when we finish this, we divert traffic onto this and go to that side. So when you are asking, when are we going to finish the road? We finish the road in sections. So this section you are standing on now is almost completed. So there's progress, and with the imminence of dry weather now, you've heard from the contractor, we will double our capacity here. So the contractor is working from this RCC section 2 from Shagamu to Ojo, which is about 44 kilometers to kilometer 127, and they are now heading towards kilometer 109. So that's how to measure progress, and everything is almost done. We are mandated by the president that this road must be finished next year, so we should be out of here next year fully completed.
At some point, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, joins the minister on the inspection of the road project. The tour takes them to a flyover bridge under construction. Apparently realizing that paucity of funds has been largely responsible for deplorable federal roads, the minister said borrowing is inevitable.
Until we find a solution, really, the road won't get done. The real answer is money. So as we are going into budget 2, I hope that the parliamentarians representing Lagos and Ogun will also join us when the budget debates come. We need their support to vote some considerable amounts of money to all these roads so that they can be done. We can only work with the tools that we have. So on Lagos-Ota, for example, the road is a 56 billion naira road. The budget for this year is 100 million. So when people say, oh, Fashola is looking away, I'm not looking away, I'm looking at it. I just can't find the money. So I will stop there, I think, just so that people understand, but we have solutions now that will work, And before the end of the year, you will begin to see us move to site. But we have to do that with traffic management, with traders, we have to clear drains and so on and so forth. But we're ready to do our work.
According to the minister, other federal highways connecting Lagos and Ogun states, like the Lagos-Abeokuta and the Ota-Idiroko roads, are being given attention by both the state and federal governments, with plans to provide palliatives for the influx of vehicles during the Ember months.
Between October and December, FEMA will provide relief on Ota-Idiroko because the really bad part is from 0 to kilometer 3 and maximum to kilometer 5. There's one school there. Forgotten Igor Model School. Aha. So around once we finish that area, relief will come. But the real reconstruction is going to happen if we reach a deal with Glo. So that. Then the other road that connects Lagos to Ogun is Lagos-Badagry through Agbara. And again, we're working with the state government. We are finalizing some designs. Flour Mills Group, and I think which other group? Unilever are also working with us. So the process that leads to the commencement of the road, there's a lot of office work that goes on. So I want to say once again to the people in all these areas, my deepest sympathies. I understand what you are going through. Talking about it doesn't solve it. It's doing something about it, and that is exactly what we have been doing with the governor. And until we find a solution, really, the road won't get done.
To support the federal government's effort, Governor Dakwa Abiodun says he would not mind going the extra mile to source for funds just to ensure that the project does not suffer any financial setback.
But all the field portions along the length of that road up to Abeokuta, they have identified those portions. They are costing them right now. They are extracting them from the main contract. They have costed them to be about 13.4 billion. He's going to find money using sukuk bonds to pay the contractor so the contractor can focus on those places, not just rehabilitating them, but actually reconstructing them, so that when the rest of the road construction commences, they will just commence and complement those ones. So that is what is being planned. I will not share with you what we have also decided to complement the federal government in that wise. You know, we are looking at, if the sukuk bonds will not happen immediately, the state government is willing to go and borrow against that promise so that we can facilitate the contractor. So that way the contractor can hit the ground running while the sukuk bond that comes in and offsets that loan. I wasn't going to share that with you, but I know our people are so impatient, I need to hear something. On the Ota-Idiroko road, like he shared with us, that road is not under contract. But graciously, we spoke to Otuba Mike Adenuga, one of our foremost industrialists in this country, and illustrious son of Ogun State, in the partnership that this state has built with the likes of Dangote, who also is using his tax credit to build the interchange to Papalanto. This has never happened before this government came into place. I mean, these people have been in Nigeria and they've not partnered with the state before federal government. But we must be doing something right that has enabled Dangote to decide that he was going to use his tax credit to construct 2 major roads.
The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is a 127.6-kilometer federal road connecting Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, and Lagos. It is also the major route to the northern, southern, and eastern parts of Nigeria and constitutes one of the largest road networks in Africa. Julius Berger is currently undertaking the rehabilitation and reconstruction of the 43.6-kilometer stretch of the Lagos to Shagamu portion of the expressway. The project includes expansion of the highway to 3 lanes in both directions, as well as maintenance and construction of several bridges and flyovers.
That's how we wrap up this edition of the program. Thank you for watching. I'm Joke Rogers. Goodbye.